First of all, Michael, 43rd event on this tour. Tell me, what are you trying to achieve by travelling around New Zealand here?
I've been on the Good From Scratch tour now for 8 weeks. So this is the 43rd, and what I'm doing is I'm taking the Good From Scratch philosophy, which is all about cooking food from scratch. When you cook it from scratch, you know exactly what's in it, and I am doing it for 3 reasons. One is I have children myself, and through them I'm getting a better understanding of what kids want and what they want to eat. The second reason is we've released the kids cookbook, mainly because of my own kids and what they want. But the third is we can't deny child obesity in New Zealand is an epidemic. It's growing. Diabetes is increasing. Somebody needs to do something about it, and that's what I'm doing by going to the far-flung reaches of New Zealand. You know, I've been to Milton, I've been Ashburton, I've been all the way down south, I'm going all the way north. Now, even being in Pakiri today, there's only 8 students on their roll. You know, they don't get the opportunities for people like me to come out and show them good food, cooked from scratch, food that they want to eat.
And as you said, you've been as far south as Invercargill up to Whangarei Kamo, so a big trip around the nation.
Huge.
What's the response been like from the younger generation so far?
Amazing. Amazing. The kids, like my demo is 45 minutes long, and out of all the demos, not a single one have I lost a single child. That to me, demoing to close on 6,000 kids, not one kid has left because they've become tired or become agitated or whatever. I've kept them transferred for 45 minutes, which I think is amazing, and it just proves that the kids actually want to learn about food.
And you touched on before, obviously obesity a huge problem in New Zealand, third worst country for adults in the OECD, and obviously kids, it's trending that way as well. Do you know the reasons behind this, you think?
It's probably a multitude of reasons, but for me and what I'm tackling is I'm showing kids what's actually in their food, and also by having the parents here, getting the parents involved, because what the parents are eating and what they're cooking for their kids is obviously a direct reflection of what those kids are going to eat, what they're getting influenced by. The parents are the number one influencer. So if the parents are cooking good food at home, automatically that's going to transfer through to the kids. When the kids grow up, in our next generation, they're going to be cooking good food opposed to going out and buying heavily processed food all the time.
And I'm quite keen to get your opinion on this. There's been a lot of chat over the years. Is it the fats? Is it the sugars? What's your opinion in terms of which one's worse than the other?
You know, sugars probably have to be the one, because sugars are hidden in a lot of foods. Diabetes, what brings on diabetes? Poor diet, lack of exercise, probably have to be the 2 largest factors. You know, cigarettes are in there as well. So sugars, you know, we're taking fat out of food, but what are we replacing them with? We're replacing with sugar. So, you know, food still has to taste good. That's why we're putting the sugar in there. But I'm showing all of these kids, 6,000 so far, that you don't need to put sugar in there. You can replace it with other things and still have that flavour and still have dishes that kids want to eat. Things like sausage rolls, things like soda drinks, things like breakfast shakes, stuff that they want to eat, but we're making it ourselves. We're showing them exactly what's in it.
And obviously what you'll be cooking in front of the kids here today will be a bit more difficult than, say, the old 2-minute noodles.
I am actually doing 2-minute noodles.
Well, there you go. There's a surprise for me. Can you tell me, are you a firm believer in sort of the motto, anyone can cook? Or?
Oh, totally. Absolutely. And for me, it's, if I can get the kids interested in food, then I've achieved half of why I'm here. Next thing is, how do I get my kids interested in cooking? By being here, they're halfway there, by taking them to the supermarket, involving them in the daily shop. Right, what should we have for dinner tonight, kids? Let's go to the supermarket. Even better, let's go to a market. Let's go to the farmers markets. Let's go to the local greengrocer and choose dinner. Get them involved in what they are eating right from the beginning, right from the purchase, because then they get to understand the value of food, the expense of food, and B, they understand that certain foods are in season. When they're in season, they're affordable.
Awesome. And just one last question, last of all, what would be your number one tip to recommend for people cooking in the kitchen this summer?
Just get involved. Get in there. Parents, probably number one tip is have patience.
Fair enough. Sounds like a good one. Thanks very much for your time. I really appreciate it.